Advanced Cultivation, Practicing Dialogue with the Greatest Creator. Siafeng. Translation edited by Chinyu. All things, events, and traces are expressions of the greatest creator. All phenomena, movements, and transformations are the greatest creator speaking. The words of the greatest creator are recorded in books without words. Only by reading these wordless books can one come to know, understand, and comprehend the greatest creator. The sun, moon, stars, rivers, lakes, seas, mountains, valleys, birds, beasts, flowers, grasses, trees, people, and society, all of these form the wordless book. The transformations of oceans and fields, the roar of lions, the chirping of birds, winds, clouds, rain, snow, streams, the natural sounds of the earth, oxen plowing, horses galloping, fragrant blooms, all of these are chapters of the wordless book. The alternation of day and night, the shifting of seasons, changing weather, growth and decay, lightning and thunder, and the migration of birds, all are expressions of the greatest creator speaking. Back pain, eye twitches, ear ringing, sorrow, longing, healing of wounds, dreams, eating, drinking, and bodily functions, all are ways the greatest creator communicates. The greatest creator never uses language to converse with humans, never uses writing to record his will, never enters the human brain to give special teachings, never tests or examines people, never fears losing his throne to gods or demons, and never judges people. The greatest creator treats all life, especially humans, with fairness and justice. Anyone willing can communicate with the greatest creator. There is only one way to communicate with the greatest creator, through soul interaction. To engage in dialogue with the greatest creator, one must first awaken their spiritual senses. Relying solely on sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch is insufficient. Let me share an example as inspiration for practicing dialogue with the greatest creator. While clearing the branches of a fallen tree tangled with vines, I observed a phenomenon. Dead branches were difficult to cut or saw, even with tools. Near-dead branches could be cut but were very tough, and branches that were alive were easy to cut. All phenomena are the greatest creator's words. So, what is this phenomenon saying? In other words, what is the greatest creator telling us? The greatest creator is saying, dead life is rigid, near-dead life is tough, life filled with vitality is tender. Realizing this message conveyed by the greatest creator through the phenomenon, I started trying to communicate with the greatest creator. I asked, Almighty greatest creator, do all life forms exhibit similar traits as these plants? The greatest creator replied, yes, with few exceptions. Honorable greatest creator, apples are firm and sour when they're full of life, softer when ripe, and softest when they decay. This phenomenon seems inconsistent with your conclusion, I said in confusion. The greatest creator responded, apples are fruits of life, seeds of life, they are not life itself. Fruits are not considered life until they start growing into form. Therefore, my conclusions about life do not apply to non-living things. Filled with gratitude, I continued, thank you, greatest creator, for teaching me such a profound truth. I would like to know what characteristics a person exhibits when they are dead, near death, or full of vitality. A dead life is rigid. Dead people are unresponsive to changes around them, their minds, thoughts, awareness, and spirits are rigid. They remain unmoved by lightning and thunder, tsunamis and earthquakes, warning calls, or the nourishment of love. A life near death is tough. People nearing death are stubborn, inflexible, clinging to old beliefs, resistant to change, and unwilling to learn or think independently. They do not easily accept new ideas, perspectives, or things, often thinking themselves right, attached to tradition and routine, and are prone to resistance or indifference. Vital life is tender. Observe how delicate children are, they are the truly vibrant ones. Those who are curious and hopeful about the future, eager to learn and accept new ideas, who are teachable, lively, happy, and feel blessed, without idols or rigid authority in their hearts, and who are easily taught, guided, or even misled, these are the truly vital beings, the greatest creator answered patiently and kindly. I was moved. Communicating directly with the greatest creator is so simple, so pleasant, so clear, so enlightening. The greatest creator is like a kind grandfather, I could feel this grandfather, the greatest creator, patting my head, ready to give me delightful things to enjoy. I then asked the greatest creator, "Dear greatest creator, which kind of life do you prefer?" The greatest creator replied with a smile, "Of course, a life brimming with vitality, like that of a child." Curiously, I asked, "Beloved greatest creator, what kind of life is needed in heaven? What kind of person can enter heaven?" The greatest creator laughed heartily but replied seriously, "In heaven, there is absolutely no place for rigid or tough lives. Heaven requires vibrant lives. Those who are like children can enter heaven." Beloved greatest creator, can a person in their 60s become like a child? Can they be considered a child? The greatest creator feigned annoyance and replied, "How foolish you are. Whether one is a child is not about age but about heart." This was my conversation with the greatest creator. Anyone can practice in a similar way. Every day, we are surrounded by various phenomena, and the greatest creator is always ready to communicate with anyone, as long as we are willing, humble, and hold the greatest creator in our hearts. By walking in the greatest creator's path, we can effortlessly engage in direct dialogue with the greatest creator.